I have to start this here. We will get to why in a very few seconds. But anyway, Operation Scarlet Spear update 27.3 that brings kind of the squad link play that was promised so long ago is here. As you can see, for a limited time you can get new weapons, new weapon variants, stances, stance former blueprint, not sure what that is, we'll have a look, medals, arcanes and more. Operation Scarlet Spear will end April 21st at 2 PM ET. It's going to be a month-long thing. You would think with the way that things are going on at the moment out there that maybe this may be extended by a bit so people have something to do. We will see. For now, this ends on April 21st. This is only around on console for now. Now, why am I starting this here instead of in the game? I'm sorry. This made me laugh. Sorry we cannot show this content because you do not have permission to say it. To be able to say it, please log in. That made me laugh. Why would that be there? Oh, it's a forum post for not this page, but this page. Because yes, I do happen to have all of these open, which basically goes into, it's going to be 4 weeks. You can take your time. There's no rush to do this as soon as possible. Of course, getting into this, there's the flotilla, which is the ship in space. There are the people that appear on Earth. There's 2 different missions to this, which is where we have to jump into the game and have a look at what is actually going on for this whole operation. This event. I still wish this was just something that was in the game all the time, but no. Ends April 21st, 2 PM ET. Cannot stress this enough. Hopefully it's something that will return in the future, but for now, 4 weeks is still a long time for an event. You will land on the relay right here, looking at Era's face that will turn into a ship. There is no reason to go behind you, that door is closed. Down here, as far as I can tell, really there are just the kill code receivers and the kill code senders, which is really kind of a nice way of putting this terminal to do the ground assault, or the one on the... Didn't we shatter that? The one on this side, which is the ship, using railjack, taking on the ship, raiding the ship, the Murex raid, if you want to call it that, and lots of... Oh wow, it actually tells you how many ground there is and how many space there is. So I'm not going to change a thing, by the way. Yes, I know who Era is. It's kind of a big spoiler if you haven't watched stuff to try and explain who Era is. Era's technically dead. No, that's Hunhao. Hunhao's dead. Keep getting the 2 confused because they said Hunhao was going to turn up and... Oh, come on, little duck. Shh. Then take your pick. Upstairs or down. Okay, why is it going to the controller? I very clearly have a mouse in my hand. Trade. This is the big thing everybody's going to go on about. Yeah. There is a device that manages coordinates for the operation link. You're probably going to need this. I'm guessing. I have absolutely no idea, but I'm going to pick that up anyway. 5,000 Scarlet credits for... I can't believe they did that. The ballroom simulacrum is behind an event. They were just getting rid of the old simulacrum and introducing a new one, but to get to the new simulacrum, you need 5,000 of these points and buy this. Purchase. You have none. That's annoying. There is the clan sigil. What? Oh, the phased clan sigil, which, yeah. Oh, I just saw that. I was looking at the arm, and it's on the chest. And that one, which, yeah, they could straight up ruin some stuff. There is quite a few arcanes in here. Oh, trickeries in here. Awakenings in here. This is where you will be spending your Scarlet creds upon completing this event. remembering how long you have to do this. Now, there is an Earth, wow, projection of the Earth as a noggle. I'm assuming this goes in your landing craft because it says capacity cost. And go away. Then there is the Murex, which is the ship. Same thing. Probably going to want both of these as kind of a, yeah, I played this event, as well as, well, the emblems that you get from actually doing it, but it's the weapons that people are going to be after for doing this. The Lacera, or the Seti Lacera, actually was a pretty good melee weapon because you could kind of hook enemies and bring them to you, and 20,000 points, credits from the Scarlet event. 20,000 Scarlet credits for a weapon. Oh yes, or 15,000 for the Basmut, which is, hopefully, it's a twin plasma beam chain through targets. The chains through targets. This is supposed to be quite good. It is the sentient primary from what I can see and what I can tell from this, but yeah. And like it or not, considering what that said before, there's less ground crews on the go. Let's just click ground crew and see what happens. It's in open lobby, it should just throw you into a game, like it does with everything else. But I warn you in advance, you are going to be taking on a lot of sentient doing these missions. I can do this with Nova. I have my paracesis. For those who are arguing that's not the paracesis, bottom right. Paracesis. Also, I should probably be running this, because they are far away. Wow. Okay. Not reach the conducts. Okay, you're just Grenier. You can all go away. Holy.
Take out that Condrix.
Scan, obviously. It goes without saying. Scan, scan, scan. Cannot deal damage to it, by the way. I just tried. Oh, shoot it in the chest. And then I'm guessing it's going to move. Nope, it's going to summon sentient. This is why you really want something like the paracesis. The paracesis is good for taking out sentient enemies. Remembering there is a lot of weapons that are actually pretty good at taking out sentient. Actually, I did not expect that from my primary. Stop doing that.
I'll hit it with everything you've got.
I'm guessing it's going to leave, not explode, not die. It's got no health left, so...
Drop your uplink and let's get this done.
Oh, this is, yeah, that. That is the item that you picked up from... I knew you were going to need this because obviously it should... Wrong one. There it is. The uplink. This is transmitting the... If you have been reading anything from the left, transmits the kill code. Now, it's a game of defense. Also, I probably should have done this. Oops. Another one with 3 in here. And I've scanned this thing every time. That did no damage. But I'm able to deal less damage to these enemies. Every time it goes, it gets harder. And I haven't used my Nova yet. Though I am taking out the most damage on that when I do actually realise I can hit the thing. Come on, open the chest. Open the chest. There's an enemy somewhere. Oh, it's invincible. Why is it invincible? It's the better question. Keep an eye on the bar at the top of the screen. Best advice you can get for this.
Shoot a Condrix now.
Oh no, no, the reload! Ah, I got reloaded. I got reloaded. And drop this. Aha! And, yeah, again, defend. I had Speed Nova. That was a massive mistake. That really messed up a lot of things last time round. Slow Nova this time round. Though I should probably be using this, it would take them out easier.
Sargus, we are trying to help you. Jerk.
It's also got this side story thing going on that, honestly, I have been completely and utterly ignoring and concentrating more on actually playing this. As far as I can tell,
Are we staying or going?
yeah, you can continue to do this. This is as far as I'm going to go with this. Past this, you can continue on, or you can leave. Who's standing at the leave? You're not host. If the host is trying to leave, I'm game. Host isn't leaving, let's continue. I don't have frost, but I'm game to continue if yous are. The more points we can get, the better this'll go. I have some weapons to get. After that, come back in here. It will literally, upon ending that mission, it will drop you back off in here. Only did 8 of them. The thing that is more annoying than anything else, yeah. There's more ground forces now, so now you know what's next. Time to go have a look at the space ones, see what you do there, but there's only been 9 out of 100 driven away. And hope it doesn't crash this time. Still really annoying that unless you set a squad up before starting this, you will automatically be thrown into solo. People are not joining games. That's still a thing. No, don't come to a stop, maintain speed. So in space, you have to defend that. I'm really glad to finally put a waypoint on it because I spent ages looking for what I was supposed to be defending. It is also getting a hiding from the sentient ships that are flying all over the place, by the way. You have no weapons. You cannot do a thing if you are in solo mode apart from fly as quick as you can to that waypoint. Okay, dropped it off, guns are here. Not that it matters because right now I'm going to try and enter this and hope that they really should have added somewhere on in this. You can hide your ship because it will get destroyed by the enemies. So what you are doing on board the sentient ships is you are waiting for kill codes to come from the other people playing, the people on Earth. Trying to keep this alive is actually, now it explains the 2,000 health, sorry, 20,000 health it has. Because Frost Bubble is useless on this ship. They are shooting straight through it with lasers and all sorts. You need 9 codes, I'm at 6. Now I also understand why this is happening in solo, because it's not that hard to do. Why are you... Oh. I'm literally just freezing them in place and then taking them out. I really regret my weapon of choice though, because that reload is devastating. There, 9 of 9. Done. Automatically sent me back to my ship. Good. Hi, thank you. Now, rinse and repeat 2 more times at least, because there are 3 ships. Yeah, this is going to be fully destroyed before we have a chance to do anything, because this jumps are not working, the sprint is not working, nothing is working. Want to find out what happens when it fails?
Nothing left to do except hide it.
That is what happens when it fails. Wow. I cannot even stand up. There is way too many enemies here. I understand that the whole third part of this is supposed to be for... I'm going to have to do this before it... it's going to time out at exactly the same time, isn't it? Returning to railjack. Returning to... So, mission complete. That was ridiculously annoying on so many scales. It's not even funny. But it works. After going to space, it's not even showing me what my last mission thing is. That is annoying because I had 900 and something. That's gone. And that, 425. That's what I have out of 50,000. Could have got much better than that. Could have got that 720 very easily, but yeah. I don't know what happened there, but I got massively overwhelmed and they just killed it. But it didn't fail the mission because I'd already completed some. That was just the third one. Guessing that most people kind of finish that after the second one. Credits wise, however, now I think about that, 400 and something. Yeah. This score also represents the amount of credits you are getting, and for the length of time, I will admit that going into space, 425, that was like 5 or 6 minutes, versus that one, which is going to Earth, which is this, which is 675 for the record, is 8 scans completed. We went to 11 and got 990, so 12 will take you over 1,000. Yeah, that's also going to take a long time to get to 50,000. But remember, this whole operation is going to be around until April 21st at 2 PM ET. Which means you have 4 weeks to do this. There's no mad rush to try and get this done as soon as possible. But this is what gets me. Are you sure you want to leave the relay? My name just disappeared off that terminal. That's what has annoyed me more than anything else. No engines. Oh. Maximum mod though, I guess wasn't a total loss. And still 0 of 50,000. Even though I've done both sides of this, it still says 0 of 50,000, despite what the forum says about scoring, and that being a representation, that's why they are emblems. Yeah. No. That whole thing is meaningless. Basically, this whole thing is get credits, buy blueprints. That, pointless, unless you want that third emblem. Honestly, couldn't care less. Nova's Atomica collection, which brings the sniper skin. It's about time we had a skin for a sniper. Just makes it look like a Cyberus, if we're being honest. A Sandana that doesn't look too bad, but more importantly than any of this, Nova's Atomica Deluxe skin that should, in theory, look really nice. It better look really nice. And I am aware this is not the main thing about this update, but this has been long awaited. The whole body is basically made up of energy with this kind of exoskeleton around it. Because the hands are just basically pure energy. You can see the elbows, not so much on the legs or the feet, that still kind of have that weirdness to it. She's wearing spring boots, but it's in the back of the head as well. And honestly, I've actually been looking forward to this, and it hasn't been a letdown. It looks... Hang on. Is that a smiley face right in the middle of that mask and one on the chin? There is a lot more. Like, there's a new guitar. Yeah, I think there's too many guitars now. Heading to a normal relay inside of arbitration, as long as my mouse doesn't decide to go completely ape there. There are new mods for weapons. On headshot kill, plus 15 energy. I don't know what that shadow was over the character there. And there it goes again. Oh, it's the Sentinel. Plus 90% chance to reduce stagger effect from self-imposed radial attacks. Yeah, why don't you just get primed sure-footed? It'll do that, but it's 100%. On kill, refresh double jump. Up to 6 times while airborne. Ooh, that could be good. 100% maximum energy is filled on spawn. So when you spawn with max energy. That could also be really helpful. Especially, I can think of so many missions. Yeah, that's a must. Very, very much a must, and it goes into the Exiler slot. Very useful. And I don't know if that was already there. 160% damage for 3 seconds and 100% holster speed. Basically it's when you swap weapons. Hence it's called Vigorous Swap. You swap weapons, it will do 165% extra damage for 3 seconds. And the holster speed has been increased. And there's pistol one, which is the one that kept showing off. What? Shoot energy orbs to obtain them with 110% extra. Yeah, vacuum works just as well, but shooting the energy orbs refills your energy, and shooting health orbs, these two do the same thing. That's for health, that's for shields. Yeah, that was all the mods in here. There are more though. There are 3 new augments. The first one from New Loka in Red Veil is for Zephyr. It disables the passive ability increasing power strength by, it says 3%, it'll go up to 15% at the cost of her passive. Controlled Slide, which is available from Cephalon, Suda or Steel Meridian for Nezha, which disables her passive ability, his passive ability, and increases power strength by, again, 15%. That's 3, that's because it's not a maxed out mod. And lastly, Ironclad Flight. Disables vacuum in Razor Wing, reduced damage by 40% while airborne, which means you won't pick things up, but you will take 40% less damage as Titania from New Loka or Red Veil. Assuming, that is, that it doesn't decide to take a poop while I'm in the dojo. I'm guessing that's natural, atmospheric. Where's the sentient? Corpus, infested, Orokin, Tenno. Sentinel. Yeah, they've added a lot of sentient-based decorations in this update that basically allow you to do things like that inside of your dojo. Because that image, that looks really nice. Like, ridiculously nice. I can't even remember what the other thing I wanted to check was, because, yeah, some of these, like, the effect, please tell me I can actually see that in... Oh, no. Well, actually, yes. That is it in its effect. That's huge. I didn't think it was going to be that big. That is too big. Way too big. And yes, I'm aware you can hold R and scale it down. That's a bit better, but it's still too big to be able to see the top of it while trying to place it. Unless, of course, I just backed away from it and then... not so big anymore. Ooh, 990 that time. As expected, a ton of fixes. As always, link to the forum page will be in the description below. But since this is already near enough 25 minutes long, I think we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.